Hi everybody. Back when I lived in Northern California for about 15 years, I was 21 miles from two fossil-lithric formations, Rio Dell and Scotia Bluffs, that I went to probably 50 times a year in the wintertime when things were happening and I was out of work. And every so once in a while I would find a whale barnacle. Pretty cool when I found the first one. Always kept my eyes out for them, and I found several over those years, even though it took about 600 or 700 trips to find the few that I did find. But these are really cool, and I'll put out some information about all the how the scientists read the isotopes or something like that. But really cool fossils, and I'm glad I found them. I just brought these back from my fossil shed from another property where I went through and grabbed a bunch of stuff to make a bunch more videos. So a bunch more videos coming after this too. Barnacles that hitch rides on the back of humpback and gray whales not only record details about the whale's yearly travels, they also retain this information after they become fossilized, helping scientists reconstruct the migrations of whale populations millions of years in the past. Oxygen isotope ratios in barnacle shells change with ocean condition and allow scientists to chart the migration of the host whale, for example to warmer breeding grounds or to colder feeding grounds. They have discovered that barnacles retain this information even after they fall off the whale, sink to the bottom, and become fossils. Back in the 90s, I was an extremely prolific fossil hunter, and I fell in love with two sites out there in Northern California called Scotia Bluffs. And in those bluffs were 5 formations. 2 of them were very fossil-lithric. One was Rio Dell, one was the Scotia Sandstone Formation. And I'd go out there in the wintertime when I was out of work 5 days a week. I'm not kidding. It was raining, storming, there was landslides, the creeks were flooding, the rivers were flooding, and they would flood several times a year, so it was constantly being renewed. And being out there so often, I knew every rock. Anyways, here's something you do not see every day. These are fossilized barnacles, whale barnacles. They're like an acorn barnacle. Scientists love these because they can, I don't know, they figure out something from the isotopes, and I'll put out something on this video that explains it all. But I didn't know how rare these were until a few years back, but look at these babies. Just super cool little barnacles. I don't know if they're a type of Banacles or what. Crustacean, like highly modified crabs, something like that. Get a load of the detail on that one. Holy kermoly. Oh geez. I even cataloged that. It's in my catalog book. That's the 136 fossilized catalog. I used to catalog all them what I thought was important. Must have found these later. I quit cataloging after a while. And then the big ones, or the better ones, get a load of this beauty. Holy crap-a-moly. That's a freaking beauty. I don't think these lived long, a year or two on a whale, and they'd fall off for whatever reason, where the whales were fighting or whatnot. Look at this stuff. Super cool. Oh, I cataloged that one too. RB 162. To find my book. Anyways, that took about 15 years to find those. And when I say 15 years, I'm not talking about 1 or 2 trips. I'm talking 50 trips a year to this site. For 15 years. Anyways, there you go. Let's get a nice zoom in here. Pretty dang cool.